Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I did a review on the Covenator approximately 5, 6 months ago, and I had to, excuse me for a second, sorry about that. I had to move my cord around here. Uh, I installed Aslan's mod pack the other day, and with the new update, my game just kept literally basically crashing out. Ping was just horrendous. 9999, couldn't play it. And so I had to, I reinstalled it. I don't want to go playing a tier 9, 10, 8, something, that's, you really want to help your team out. And, not saying that I didn't want to help my team out at tier 3, 4, or 5, but it's just not as big of a deal if, you play the lower tiers, because those go either way, no matter what, really, anyways. You can just never, your better players can make a substantial impact in the game because they know the game mechanics, hiding behind bushes, side scraping, reverse side scraping, haul down, stuff like different rounds do different things, whatever. But I thought, what tank do I want to play to see in the last 5 months with all the new tank lines that have been added to World of Tanks, the new tanks, nations and stuff? Has it been power crap? Is it still good? Is it still worth playing? Is it a piece of crap? Doesn't need anything. And so I thought, the Covenator. I think that's how it's pronounced. Covenator? Covenator. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've only got 3 matches in it. Basically, the last time I played it is when I did a review on it, like 5, 6 months ago. I'm still maintaining that 100% win rate, so I got to retire it now. But all in all, it can still handle its ground, but it's still from, I think, even back, I didn't go watch my own review. I do when I first make it, so that I don't have an issue like I did with the review I did on the 25 TP, where it got cut off. So normally I just quickly scan through what am I, once I do a review, to make sure it turned out right. All right, I did one last night, 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that, 1 o'clock in the morning, needed to get a couple hours sleep, so I didn't check it out. Got a message from somebody this morning saying, hey, where's the replay? I'm like, oh shit, you're kidding me. So I looked, and sure enough it was gone. But yeah, so I didn't go back and watch the replay on it. But nothing has been changed on this, obviously, so there's really no reason for me to go watching. But I think when I did the review, if I remember correctly, in that review, I had a little bit of an issue with the gun. The penetration, and, if you're top tier, not too bad, But when you're bottom tier and you're seeing tier 6s that have, 90 millimeters or close to 100 millimeters of frontal armor and, 60 and 50 side armor and stuff, the gun just it's subpar. It is a nice gun because it's got that double pump. You pull a trigger once, it goes pow pow, and it does it in such fast sequence that the rounds basically follow each other and they go almost in the same hole, boom boom. So if you hold it down, you're gonna pop off 4 rounds, and after the first shot, your bloom's gonna go boom, and then if you hold the trigger down, it's gonna pop 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 pop. It's gonna get bigger as it goes. So what I try and normally do is I'll shoot 2 rounds, let the reticle shrink all the way back in, pop 2 more rounds, pop, and then reload. It's got a fast reload, too. It's like 4 or 5 seconds to reload 4 rounds. 5.16. So, not bad for 4 rounds. And they only do 50 damage, but, if you get all 4 rounds to penetrate, you just did 200 damage in, 4 seconds. I think it just takes about 4 seconds to dump the, not even 4 seconds. 0.4, so less than 2 seconds, actually, basically, to put 200 damage on somebody if they penetrate. But yeah, back then and still today, the problem you run into is the penetration of the gun is not really good. If you're top tier, it's alright, but 63 standard, 101 premium, 23 HE. I even was shooting at a KV-1 and resorted to shooting HE rounds, trying to do any sort of damage to him, because I was hitting him in the side. He was angled pretty good, and that probably didn't help my problem with not being able to. Sorry guys, my son just sent me a message. But so that didn't help my trying to penetrate him, because at an angle it was, hard. Even straight on it would have probably given me trouble, but at an angle, even worse. So I loaded a couple of magazines of HE, and those didn't do squat to him. Actually, all I did was damage his track. Yeah, that was it. All in all, it was a pretty good round. Artie put a round right on top of me, and I was really surprised he was able to hit me where he did, but payback's a bitch, because I ended up going back and killing him. So, yeah, the gun itself just needs a massive, well, not massive, but I think the standard round needs to be bumped up to about 90, even if it's not 100, 90, and put your premium round, I think it's APCR, yeah, which is awesome, but bump that up to about 140, 130, 140 to give you a fighting chance when you meet, tier 6s. Because most tier 6s, you are not going to be able to go through them with a lot of them standard and premium. Unless even the Hetzer, I think I had trouble going through him with premium. Yeah, so other than that, it needs a really good buff on the gun. Otherwise, it's a pretty good tank. But this match was a Master Badge Class 1. Sharpshooter, Fire for Effect, Bruiser. We got a bond out of the deal because we got a Pasculi's medal for killing 2 artillery. Yeah, the KV-1, all we did is damage his track. Type 95, we hit him twice for 108 and knocked out his radio. The Hetzer, we hit him one time for 49, or at least penetrated him once for 49, and upon a spotting got hit for 192. SU-85B, we put 2 rounds into him for 97, finished him off. 14 TP, put 5 rounds into him for 247, knocked out his tracks, and he got hit for 113 upon us destroying his track. The STPZ-2 artillery, we spotted him originally, hit him 4 times for 190, finished him off, and knocked out his track and his gunner. The T-82, the other artillery, we hit him 3 times for 130. I think I had HE shells loaded too when I hit him. But we did 130 damage and finished him off. And we got 25 cap points, not too shabby. I did shoot all premium rounds, except for a couple HE shells, because standard just, I was bottom tier in that match, and that's just not, I was having trouble penetrating that stuff with premium rounds. But we did second most damage with 821, 3 kills, base experience of 802. So we had 46 shots, 35 hits, so only 17 pens. So do you see what I mean? Even premium rounds weren't going through half the stuff that I was shooting at. Total damage was 821 from a distance of more than 300 meters was 302. We got hit twice, and both of them penned us, of course, because you have no armor in this, and you're also bottom tier. If I were top tier, might have a fighting chance with the armor, but not when you're bottom. We spotted 7, destroyed 3. Did 305 in assisted damage, and base capture points was 25. Lost 42,897 credits because of all the premium ammo we shot. 45,720 in credits for that. And we had to use a consumable, which was 20,000. And I was kind of surprised. I'm like, why? I had premium repair stuff on this. I'm like, why in the hell do I forgot I'd use this. We did a stronghold or something a while back, and I like I like this tank, and I think I used it and used that for a bit, because it doesn't count as, that's why it only says 3 matches, because when you do like strongholds and stuff, it doesn't count towards your total amount of battles. This is just random battles. Your different types of battles, but not for like strongholds or clan wars and stuff like that. So all in all, it says I got 3 matches, but I do have more than that. But like I said, I ran it in like strongholds or something, and that's why I had the premium repair kits and stuff. And I forgot about it to take it off, because I don't look at that stuff when I started. I was actually lucky I didn't have all premium rounds, so, which didn't matter. It's all I shot. But if I'd have been top tier, overkill. But yeah, so if you want to hold on for a minute, I'm going to have some gameplay for you. I kind of did it back asswards, because I just kind of wanted to talk about it to give you an idea, if it's been power crept to death, or if it's still got a fighting chance in this, and if it is or isn't, what it needs. And basically, like I said, it's just the gun needs some extra penetration. Give it a little bit of loving here, Wargaming. It needs it bad. But yeah, if you want to hold on for a minute, I will have some gameplay for you, so I'll be right back. Oh, and the WN8 on that match was 5,323. Not too shabby. I was able to put my mods back on here, and it's supposed to show... Oh, you know, the one I didn't put back on there is the one that shows you how far you went up in your Mark of Excellence. I just wanted to make sure I put as few as possible. I put DG's sight, paintball mods, so you can see where the rounds hit you. Oh, and to switch crews back over automatically if you had them in a premium tank and go into a regular tech tree tank, it'll swap them back and forth for you without you going up here and clicking this and then clicking send crew and all this other crap. So I just did those 3 mods, and so far so good. It runs beautiful. So yeah, hold on, I'll be right back for you with that gameplay. Alright, so here we are in Minsk and the Kovanator. Since I had such good success going over on the east side of the map yesterday, the other day with the KV4, I thought, you know, I'm going to go the same way this time. Seemed to do really well over there. I've only had the map twice. This is the second time. Oh, and when I was looking for the Mark of Excellence, how much I went up in this tank, I'm like, you moron. I forgot that's, I believe, Tier 5 and up only get Mark of Excellence. If you're on your barrel, Tier 4 and below, you do not get a Mark of Excellence, which I don't really know why. It seems like it's still a tank, you still do damage, you still get kills, so, yeah, so, anyways, we're in a Tier 4 and a Tier 5 match, so bottom tier. Somebody said no Tier 3s, but no Tier 6s either, so which is good. This gun, like I said, it really does kind of struggle, and you'll see a lot of rounds that I actually do hit bullseye on the enemy targets, and it just bounce, because this tank really isn't meant to see over a Tier 4. Basically, the gun on this thing is just, it's a good gun, it just doesn't have the penetration. That's the problem you run into. So that, was that a Stug? Yeah, Stug 3B just got literally melted. But yeah, if they gave this gun a little more penetration, bump the standard is what, 63, that's a weird number. 63 for the standard and 101 for the premium. You can see I just hit that Hetzer like 4 times and nothing went through. Take a shot at the Type 95, both rounds pumped right through them. I think I put 2 more rounds into him here. Maybe I don't. I thought he moved forward again, but I can't remember. I thought I pumped 2 more into him, but I guess not. No, I don't. I move forward now. But anyways, yeah, so I reload. It's got a very fast reload. It's like 4 seconds. So it's carries 4 rounds, 50 average damage per hit. So you can pump out 200 damage in a matter of just like not even 2 seconds. It's just boom, 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 and you got 200 damage out. So I go to shoot at the Hetzer. Bounce, bounce. Bounce, bounce. Penned on the second one. So we actually penned them 1 out of 4. And this is with premium rounds. And I knew I was going to be having trouble going through stuff, so I shot. I'm finding what walls break and don't break. And that one in front of me does not break, but Artie can plug me right on the other side of it. So Artie hits me for 172 and knocks out my ammo rack and takes half my health basically in 1 shot. So I'm like, oh, you gotta be flipping kidding me. And there's another Hetzer. So I'm waiting hopefully for him to pop through this door and I can help take him out. But I'm not gonna face him straight on with this because I know I can't. Well, maybe a 50, not even a 50. I'd say about a 30% chance of penning him. And I just didn't feel like dying right away. This M8A1 decides to go to the far right, so I said, you know, I'm going to cut straight over here. That way I can get over here a little bit quicker, see if I can light stuff, get shots and stuff, and lo and behold, there's a nice artillery for me to shoot. So 4 rounds, pop, 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 and we take him out. I really like the gun, but like I said, it definitely needs more pen, because watch this KV1. I put so many rounds into him, and they all hit. And they all bounce. I'm looking. You can see me aiming anywhere on the tank trying to get an orange. Finally, I'm like, well, I'll go for this one because I'm not going to pen him. So we shoot the SU-85B, and now I'm going to start shooting HE here at him, just hopefully trying to do any kind of damage. So we pumped 4 HE shells into him with nothing. We got HE loaded, and Payback's a bitch because this is a guy that plugged me for half my health a little bit ago. And we're going back to, I thought I went to, I thought I went to premium rounds. So we get 4 shots out, 2 hit, 2 miss. Both those, I think one bounced on that one, and the other for us just kind of, the dispersion on this isn't too bad. We get lucky, knock his track off, hold him in place, and he gets melted. And now it's time to just get on cap. They've got at least 2 down at our cap, possibly more. And there's 2 of us on cap. I tuck in here because I didn't want something to pop around over here and take me out, because I got 96 hit points, and most of those tanks, like P-43, T-50, most of those are going to hit me and take me out in one shot. I was a little surprised. I thought there was 3, and then one got off, and then he got back on. But they've got 3 on cap, we've got 3 on cap, but we had 3 on cap a little bit quicker. So we end up capping it out, and it was a good thing we did, because that Leopard would have never made it back here in time to get a reset. I mean, they would have had 10 more seconds to cap out here, and it would have taken him probably 5, 6, 7 seconds to even get up there, aim in. Yeah, it would have been really touchy. And then, if he would have lit him up and he'd already been lit, they could have melted him. So yeah, it was just a good thing we all got on the cap real quick and capped out. So we ended up getting 3 kills, 821 damage, did not bounce any rounds. Bottom tier, I think we got hit with some HE or heat shells too. So yeah, a lot of people, well, I know I got hit by you can see the yellow right there, so at least 1 shot was a heat shell. This thing's got pretty much I won't say no armor. For being bottom tier, no armor. If we'd have been top tier, I think it's got like 40 in the front on the turret, and maybe 30 on the hull, something like that. So it's got all right armor if you're top tier, but bottom tier, it's pretty well worthless. I wonder what this says. Is this a hotel? Can I check in, please? I would like a bed and breakfast. I love this new map, though. I really like it. There's a lot to choose from. You've got city fighting over here. You've got field over here, so a lot of areas for artillery to go. So far, every time I've been in this match, I've run into artillery up in the same spot, and tank destroyers up here too. Personally, literally that means they're sitting back here the whole, artillery obviously, but tank destroyers sitting back here the whole match waiting for people to come to them. I don't know. I think if I were a tank destroyer, I'd push up, to the center somewhere here or over here, try and get shots, and then, as they progress forward, the enemy team, then I would fall back, take shots from here, this area, and then fall back to here, but not sit back here waiting all day. But yeah, it's, you got all this area over here for artillery. Artillery can tuck in over here and get shots. So there's a lot of areas on this map for different types of gameplay. City, field. So everybody gets to, equally get screwed in the game. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I really like the map. It's and it looks nice. Looks really nice. The setup, the way they set everything up, and the detail they put into it. But yeah. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this quick review of the Covenator. And if you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.